into a massive sinkhole that opened up suddenly. It's
when you reach over there,
mysterious one yet.
You know,
In the center of the city, this 60-foot wide and 100-foot deep hole opened up within a matter of seconds and swallowed an entire clothing factory before the eyes of the bystanders. The employees were forced to immediately evacuate as the factory went down the hole, and it's only fair that they panicked. The reason behind its formation was probably a burst sewer pipe or drain that led to the flooding of the underground cavity. The authorities predicted that the storm Agatha might have been the trigger, and the hole was one of its side effects as it destroyed several areas of the country. The hole was pretty deep, and therefore it is said to resemble some kind of mythical passage to the center of the earth. The residents of this area are, however, used to sinkholes. Often one would form due to the past volcanic activity, as the city of Guatemala was built on top of volcanic pumice, some of which still hasn't transformed to solid rock. So it's vulnerable to erosion by large amounts of fast-moving water. Number 5. Sinkhole opens up in Australia. In the Queensland city of Ipswich, Australia, the nightmare of the homeowner couple became reality when they woke up to find that a sinkhole had opened up in the backyard of their beautiful home. If that wasn't scary enough, the size of the sinkhole started increasing rapidly, and it grew to a diameter of 15 meters in a matter of minutes. In the footage, you can see how the chunk of earth is breaking off and falling into the hole as it keeps filling up with water. Surprisingly, this sinkhole didn't result from any human manipulation or burst pipe, rather because of a subterranean coal mine that had collapsed under the retired couple's backyard. The area was home to many coal mines before settlement, and no attention was paid to the task of keeping records of where the caves were located. This means no one knows when or where a new sinkhole might open up in that area. Number 4. Oiling sinkhole. The scariest sinkholes are the ones near water, as there's a good chance that if you get sucked into one, you'll drown. But these two men were extremely unlucky, as the sinkhole that swallowed their car was full of boiling water. As much as we'd like to say this is a gory scene from a horror movie, it isn't. This happened in Russia when a man parked his car and noticed that the asphalt was steaming. He listened to his steaming hot water. Poor man burst hot water. Huge sinkhole in a Bosnian village. To find that the pond they'd built there then. The hole was around this date. No one can say for sure what happened or how. How did the hole appear without being noticed? And where did the water as it occurred underwater? Crazy, right? There's hardly any chance of it was swallowed whole by an underwater sinkhole. This is one of the most dangerous sinkholes, would be an understatement. Luckily, that would have resulted in casualties for sure.
Here's how to cancel a subscription and here you can see a calendar of all your upcoming charges. Tap on the subscription you want to. Subscription canceled. No confusing websites.
Google Maps has turned out to be not so mysterious after all, and not. In October, Reddit user Coco Blocks first noticed a dark place, the island from Lost, or even what you see as black is actually very dark green, explained one in the Know Redditor. It's a very dense forest made up of Pisonia trees. The trees, which can reach nearly 100 feet tall, cover parts of the island and grow so close it can look like a carpet of flora from above. Number 1. Massive sinkhole in Russian field. Nizhny Novgorod is the city in Russia that's famous for football. After all, this city hosted the FIFA World Cup in 2018. However, once the tournament was over, a drone discovered a mind-boggling large hole in a field in the city. Nobody knew how or when it appeared. It wasn't there one day and just popped up out of nowhere the other. The sinkhole is 165 feet wide and 160 feet deep. It can easily be called the passage to hell with that kind of depth. The size and spontaneous appearance of this hole have the locals worried that more like this will pop up and that they wouldn't be in open fields but rather under people's homes. The enormous hole has